Hello, hello, and welcome to The Whole Traveler. I'm Jeffrey Gard, and today I am talking about the Gran Melia Resort in Iguazu Falls in Argentina. It is a perfect white Lotus-style getaway / resort / luxury compound that you are going to want to explore after you hear about what I have to share. Iguazu Falls is one of those one and done tourist destinations. You go and you see it once, you really soak it up, and that's why the Gran Melia is such an amazing place to stay. So being that you're going to do it once, you might want to think about doing it in style. You don't need to spend a whole lot of time there. I think 2 nights and 3 days is ample time to really enjoy the falls, and while you're at the Gran Melia, to also enjoy a lot of the luxury and the pampering that all-inclusive luxury resort offers. All right, so first things first, how do you get there? So you cannot fly direct to Iguazu Falls from the United States. We flew from Buenos Aires. You're gonna go from Buenos Aires to Jorge Newbery Airport, which is smack in the middle of the city, super easy to get to. We flew Aerolíneas Argentinas, and that was an okay. I mean, it's a state airline. It's not the worst, but it's not the best. It's just, the livery is a little stale. There's no entertainment on the seat backs. There's no screens on the seat back. You need to bring your own entertainment. But fortunately, the ride, going up and down was 2 hours total. We were on a much longer vacation, like 2 weeks in Argentina and in Chile. And so I had a huge suitcase that exceeded the poundage allowed, the weight allowed on the flight. And so I ended up having to pay $80 extra for that, going over that weight limit. So that's just something to keep in mind if you're doing a very long vacation and you're adding multiple trips. The Iguazu Falls Airport is a very small airport, even smaller than Jorge Newbery, and you'll have no problem navigating it. To find a taxi, the taxis are waiting there by the exit. We paid about $10 USD for the gentleman to take us from the airport directly to the hotel. The driver will first, and the driver knows this, so you don't have to worry about it. You have to first stop at the National Park Service and purchase entry tickets, or what are called visas. The visas allow you to go to the Gran Melia because, as I mentioned before, the Gran Melia is actually nestled within the national park. So you're actually inside the park already. So you don't have to take that long train or all those long bus rides or whatever. You're already in the park, and there's a private pathway that guests of the Gran Melia can simply take to walk into the pathway of the park and to go and see the lower and upper circuits of the falls. So you have access to all of that once you get into the hotel. But before that, you have to buy your entry visas. When we were there, the visas were 20,000 Argentine pesos a piece, but now I believe they're about 35,000 pesos a piece per person. So 35,000 per person, that comes out to roughly somewhere around the neighborhood of $40 a person. So that is not terribly cheap. The prices have doubled within a year. You can pay credit card. I recommend paying with Visa because they give you a preferential conversion rate on the charge. And from there, with our visas, we were able to enter the park, and then from there, the driver took us directly to the hotel. And of course, when we pulled up to the drive at the Gran Melia, it just kind of takes your breath away because you're seeing nothing but green everywhere. And then you walk into the lobby, and as you walk into the lobby, there's these huge plate glass windows where you have the most amazing, jaw-dropping view of the waterfalls. I mean, our jaws just dropped. We were able to walk out into the balcony, and it's not just these gorgeous views of the waterfalls, it's the sights and the sounds and the smells of the jungle. I have a video, a naturalistic video on the Iguazu Falls that followed the lower and the upper circuits. Check that video out if you really want to hear the sounds and you want to see the sights. It's non-narrated. It's just a lot of raw video of the actual park. This is going to be focused more on the Gran Melia experience and not so much on the park. The staff are absolutely incredible. They always greet you with like this. They like, hola, buenos dias. Like, they're always like with their hand on their heart. It's really beautiful, actually. It was like, oh, wow, this is so amazing. The package that we paid for included a room with a jungle view. So that was on the side that faced outward away from the falls. We opted to upgrade for about $120 something to have a view of the waterfall, and I don't regret it at all. The room itself was really luxurious. The bed was extremely comfortable. The shower and the amenities all worked. They had American plugins. They had international plug-in sockets. So if you're from Europe, America, South America, you're not gonna have a problem plugging in your stuff. And of course that balcony, we didn't actually use the balcony at all because there's balconies everywhere. So you go out into the main lobby, there's tons of balcony space out there for you to sit, for you to enjoy the space. The gourmet room has a veranda outside where you can eat if you want. So you're not gonna spend a whole lot of time in your room. So don't get caught up on the size because you're most likely gonna wanna be outside or in the other parts of the hotel where all the action is. The park, like I mentioned before, you have access directly to the park, and you just follow this private pathway that takes you literally into the hiking and walking areas of the park where you can go and you can do the lower and you can do the upper circuits at your own leisure. It's really, really nice to do that. You don't have to take that train and you don't have to do really super long walks. You can essentially see the entire park and what you would want to see in one day. The gourmet room is where you have your breakfast, your lunch, and your dinner. There's nowhere really else to go. It's not like you can walk out of the property and go to a restaurant down the street, or there's nothing. It's just, you're in the middle of nowhere, and so you're gonna eat your meals there. Our package included a free breakfast, a free lunch, and then dinner we had to pay for, but it's a nominal price. The food was absolutely delicious. They had an enormous breakfast buffet where you could go and pick whatever food you wanted. You could also order some stuff off the menu if you prefer to do that. And with lunch, they had a variety of different offerings. We mostly stuck to the steak and to, the proteins and carbs. They had appetizers, they had entrees, they had desserts. I mean, whatever you want, it was gonna be there. And it was so delicious. I mean, come skinny because you're gonna leave a little bit fatter. You'll definitely gain a couple of pounds here and there. But fortunately, they also have a wellness center, which included a spa, as well as a really nice gym. The gym had two separate rooms, a cardio room with like treadmills and bikes for you to use, and then a weight room for you to do a bunch of different weights and workouts. And it was honestly a really solid gym. The spa, oh my God. We did the spa treatment on our very last day. We had massages, we had facials. They have a hydrotherapy pool there. That was incredible. It was like these pipes that poured out water that would massage your back and different parts of your body. And oh my God, it was amazing. It was so amazing. The facials left our faces so nice. They were so snatched, tight, and clean. I mean, we were feeling like on top of the world. They have an infinity pool where you could go and swim to the edge and just stay there and linger and just look at the waterfalls. They're so hypnotic, and the sounds, the jungle sounds, it just takes you to this other place entirely. And it was really, really such an incredible experience. My favorite part of the entire experience, believe it or not, wasn't the spa, even though that was amazing. It was the cultural evening performances that they had at the hotel. They brought in local singers and local dancers who did a variety of cultural performances showcasing regional dance and regional music in the South American world, in Chile, in Argentina, a little bit of Brazil, and it was incredible. These dancers were amazing. The singer was really outstanding. It was such an amazing way to experience the local culture. I absolutely loved it. And at the end, the singers and the dancers encouraged people to come and dance with them. I'm too American, I'm too shy. And so we just watched, but everybody was, by the end of it, everybody was dancing and singing and laughing and having so much fun. And it was just an incredible experience and I loved it. So what would a White Lotus vacation be without a little bit of drama, right? We were warned that there are roving packs of monkeys that will absolutely bust into your room and tear the place apart. The balcony door weighs like 15,000 pounds. I mean, it was so heavy to like open, like there's no way that if it's closed that the monkeys can get through. But if you leave it open, that's when a troop or pack of them, whatever you call them, will storm in and take over the place. And what we noticed when we moved in, they know when somebody moves into the room because they do patrols. We saw them patrolling back and forth, looking. A couple of them sent in reconnaissance. They were like looking in, like what's going on in there. And the front desk staff warned us. They said that they will absolutely rifle through your clothes. They'll take your medication. They'll break bottles in an effort to see what's in it. They think it's juice, but they've broken perfume bottles and stuff, and they just create mayhem. And so that was kind of funny. That was a little bit of drama, but we saw the monkeys every single day that we were there. They would like look over the corners, they peek over, they were completely monitoring us 24/7. All right, so what did we pay for 2 nights and 3 days at the Gran Melia Iguazu? Our base rate, our hotel rate with the upgrades to the waterfall view came out to $2,350, so $2,350 for 2 nights, 3 days, because that also includes airfare. So we had our airfare from Buenos Aires to Iguazu Falls bundled in with that package rate. In addition, we paid more. We paid about $400 more. That included the dinners that we paid and also the massages and the facials that we had. And then we ate at the pool. We had some snacks at the pool. We had some snacks, you know, and some drinks, you know, at night during the cultural performances. So all that came out to about $400 in addition to the $2,350 that we paid for the room. And of course, that also includes access to the actual park whenever you want. You can just take that tunnel, that pathway down, and boosh, you're in the park. Our flight didn't leave until like 7 in the night. And so we were allowed to stay at the hotel. They let you stay there for as long as you want. After you check out, you have to check out around noon. And so we checked out around noon. But we could leave our stuff, you know, with the front desk. It was no problem. We also were able to get a taxi from the Gran Melia to the airport on our return flight without a problem. It was another $10. Again, that might go up in price, so just be aware that prices wildly fluctuate, but we paid about 10 USD. Something that you definitely want to be mindful of with the Iguazu Falls Airport on your return flight is that you will experience very long lines, and here's why. So you'll see buses pull up or vans pull up and a whole bunch of people get out all at once. They're all going to the same place, which is the same ticket gate you're going to. So don't be surprised if when you get to the airport, you see a long line of like 30 people in front of you. You're all going to the same flight, you're all going to check in. So just be mindful of that and give yourself plenty of time so that you're not stressed out. The airport is tiny. You're not going to be running around for miles trying to get to your gate. It takes a very easy amount of time. It's just the lines that take a really long while to get through. All right, well, that comes to the end of this beautiful experience that we had at the Gran Melia Iguazu, which I think is a total White Lotus vacation getaway. If the producers from White Lotus are looking, it's not gonna be fun. I think you're definitely gonna see a season someday featuring an Iguazu resort of some kind, because they've already done Sicily, they've already done Hawaii, they're doing, I think, Thailand now. It's only a matter of time before they zero in on this gorgeous destination. So you're definitely gonna wanna check it out before it gets super red hot, because when it gets red hot, the prices go up. So get it while it's under the radar. You will not regret this vacation. If you do go and you have any questions, leave a question in the comment section. I'll be happy to answer it. And wishing you a happy travels. Stay safe.